people? On my way to HHP in Delaware. Today is day one and part one of our Procharger install. We are putting a Procharger D-1X in the Jeep. My goal was originally to sell the Jeep and get a Trackhawk, but then I had second thoughts. This thing's brand new. It's only a couple years old. Although, if you follow the channel, you know I've had a lot of little tiny warranty issues, a lot of pain in the ass little things that happen. But I don't think that was enough for me to sell it. It's not even 3 years old. I got it in November of 2015, brand new. I got a great deal on it, and we put a lot of work into it. I built a YouTube channel basically around it, and a couple of Facebook groups, because one, when I first got the thing and I was looking for shops, everybody would give me great referrals, but it'd be all around the country. You know, check out Schmecky and JoJo. And I'm like, where are they at? And they're like, Nevada. I'm like, well, hell, I can't drive over there to have work done. So I started a Facebook group called East Coast Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, specifically for East Coasters, you know, people here that are local to me that can share information. It's for anybody. We got people from Australia, we got people from Africa, Tunisia, we have everywhere around the world, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. We have everybody on there. I don't tell people that you can't join, but it's the resources for sharing ideas was basically based around that. And I did product reviews. I actually picked up some sponsors, you know, like Blackview. That's why I give away dash cams every time they release one. I get a test unit and I give it away when I'm done with it. And we just had a giveaway yesterday, which I'll talk about in a second. So I built this channel around this Jeep, and I did so much work to it that I figured it was just a dumb idea to sell it so soon. Get a Trackhawk and be like every other Trackhawk, average. Didn't want to do that. Wanted to show that you could boost a Jeep SRT with 7 pounds or less and get the same horsepower or more and torque numbers as a Trackhawk, and do it safely. I know of a couple guys personally here in the Philadelphia area, in the car group world, you know, and from car shows. I've been watching their vehicles for over 2-3 years now. They've done it, but to tell you about it and not be able to show you, it's all anecdotal. I can tell you their Jeeps fly. You wouldn't believe me unless I can prove it. And I'm a natural born skeptic. I have to have empirical data to back up what I say, and you have to have it too to back up what you say. So I've been following a lot of Trackhawks around the country. Cecil County recently had a record setter, and if you know anything about Cecil County or any other track on the East Coast like ACO, they are the record-setting tracks for times because their DA is awesome. I ran a 12.9 there with my Jeep stock, you know, in I believe it was like 53, 54 degree temps that day. I have to look it up, but we're blessed with great, you know, DA. And I'm sorry that some places around the country aren't. I see guys running 0 to 60 5 seconds, and it sucks. You know, I see Trackhawks running in 12s, high 11s, you know, so wherever you are affects your times. Doesn't matter if you buy whatever, you know, vehicle X and you find a record setter like the Trackhawk in Cecil County, your vehicle is not going to run that fast unless you're at that track with the same DA and conditions, period. If you're in Colorado, don't expect to run an 11.4 like this person did. It's just not going to happen. You know that. I know that. So another reason for deciding to Procharge the Jeep, aside from helping the Jeep SRT community dispel some of these myths, was, yeah, I wanted to prove people that you can do it. And there are a couple guys I follow on YouTube that
2.4 miles.
I will link you below. This one guy, Blue Evolution, he has a blue Evo vehicle, also has a 2014 a white Jeep SRT. He had a custom 82mm turbo put on it, completely stock internals, and he was pushing over 612, I believe, to the wheels for over a year before he decided to forge his pistons. I mean, that's incredible. However, where he is, his DA sucks, so his times are not as great as it would be if he ran on the East Coast, you know. So if he was here and ran Cecil County or Echo, he'd smoke that Trackhawk. I mean, he's got the numbers and the power to do it. It's just a matter of, you know, it sucks that you don't have the atmosphere, and that plays a large part of it. A gentleman referenced me to the Cecil County record today and was like, I haven't seen a boosted Jeep SRT running 6 to 7 pounds come anywhere close to this? How can you use Cecil County as your standard when I could show you Trackhawks all around the country running into 12s? It is location based. There are boosted Jeeps 6 to 7 pounds running in the 11. So how can you? It's apples to oranges. It's based on where you live. So I mean, it's the old mentality that, you know, it's hard to get through to some people, but when you have evidence like dyno pulls and actual time slips and video to show that it can be done, that was my goal. That's my goal, to do that. I'd also show you all the problems that come with it. You know, anytime you modify your vehicle, be prepared for failure. Be prepared for something to go wrong. I mean, if I told you the headache behind just having my headlights customized, I would never do it again. Because anytime you do custom work, you're going to have issues arise. I had plenty of issues arise with mine. We had to fix them because things that are unforeseen happen when you do modifications like this that need to be addressed. So I'm anxious, but I'm also excited. I feel like a kid on Christmas morning, and it's 5:45, and my parents said I could wake them up at 6 a.m. to open my presents. It's that close. I've been feeling like that for 3 months because HHP has such a great reputation here on the East Coast. I call them the Hemi doctors. They have such a great reputation that they are booked 3 months out. When I called and spoke to Josh originally to book this, we had it set up, it was May 21st. And I said, great, I'll call back in 2 days and I'll give you my deposit. So until you make a deposit, you can't schedule with them. 2 days later, I called and I was pushed up to June 4th. I was like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, you know, every single day we have people calling, so you have to get in when they tell you. And today's the day. I'm excited to meet these guys. I've talked to them on the phone numerous times. I'm 5 minutes away right now, but I need to find a place to use the restroom because it's only 7:39 and they don't open until 9 a.m. So,
onto State Route 300, East Glenwood Avenue.
Okay. I am familiar with this area. I had some, here's a McDonald's. I've had some pool tournaments down here in this area going back many, you know what, I have to go up to the next one. Over the last couple of years, we've come down here for tournaments. And so I kind of know my way around a little bit, but I've never actually been in Smyrna. So that's where I'm at now. So what are the goals of this build, you know? I kind of want to be the guy to be like, to do a daily video blog. I hate saying that word vlog. It sounds so hipster. I want to be the, you know...
Now, turn right.
I want to be the guy who can actually do a video log for you guys and girls every single day. Not every single day. Who am I kidding? I'm lazy. At least every week, and show you how we're running with this setup. Okay, so what are my goals for actually horsepower and torque? I didn't want to tease it or give it away, but I'm setting a goal as a minimum of 575. It's got to match the Trackhawk if I want to be able to prove that you can boost a Jeep under 7 pounds, 7 or less, and get that goal. I've seen it done. I had, like I said, the gentleman who had ran 6.9 pounds and was running 600 and something, 612 horsepower. That's insane for a stock 392 with a great tune. And he did it safely before he decided, not the vehicle decided, before he decided to take it back to this shop out in Illinois and have them forge the internals for him because he wants more. Let's face it, boost is like meth. You get addicted to it. So luckily for me, I'm not an addictive personality, so aside from Red Bull, so I guess I just lied to y'all. But I'm not looking to go any higher than what we get here this week. That's it. I'm going to run this setup for a minimum of a year unless something fails. And I'm more worried that something Jeep quality related will fail before my Procharger and tune. I'm not worried about my the setup that we're going with, as I am something else failing on this Jeep that will cause me to get rid of it. I've had many little tiny warranty issues with this thing. It's been like one little headache after the next, but they've been minor to the point where I'm like, well, I don't care. I can deal with that. So once that's done and everything goes smooth and I run this for a year or possibly 2, if I can push it 2, there's another guy I follow on YouTube who's, I think he's at, I don't want to misquote anybody. I hate doing that. 20 to 40,000 miles on his Whipple, and he's running like 580 or something crazy. It can be done, but here's the thing. A lot of middle-aged guys like myself and like some of you out there don't have a YouTube channel or don't record yourselves doing this. So a lot of it's word of mouth, or you know somebody who does it. But what is more prominent in the community is the failures. When something bad goes wrong, immediately everybody goes, well, it's the week 392, those pistons are glass. Obviously that was what caused it. Nobody wants to do the investigation into what actually failed. They always want to point the finger and say, nope, you boosted it, that's it right there, boom, that's wrong. And that's not true. And this would be anecdotal of me to say, but I have close personal friends of mine in car groups in Philadelphia who have stock sealed engines, never been opened, running Prochargers, running Trackhawk type numbers, and they've been fine, and longer than a year. One guy, I think he's up around close to 3 years now, because he put his Procharger on right at the time I bought the Jeep. So, and also there's an ulterior motive. By doing this, I'll get more viewership, more subscribers, and by getting more subscribers, then I get more revenue. By getting more revenue, every month I do a giveaway. I just had one yesterday. We gave away a Renegade splitter. I partnered with a company off of Instagram. Pretty great guys, runs a company on that platform. You can follow him at MHF_SRT. He donated a $750 Renegade splitter to one of our subscribers that won. I give away dash cams from Blackview because they're a sponsor of mine, so I get a test unit, I test it, I do some reviews. When the next one comes out, I give away the test unit, and I continue to do that. I've given away multiple dash cams already, and I give away cash every month. So I don't make a lot of money on this channel. We make about $500 a month, which is some pretty good coin. You know, we're about $6,500 a year with this channel right now, but it's growing. And I like to give back to the Mopar community, you guys and girls that watch this and put up with my long, drawn out talking. And I think I'm going to move towards more cash. Apologize for my voice sound all scratchy. Allergies kicking my ass right now. Anyway, so that's my reasons behind doing this. And today is part 1 video of dropping it off, meeting Josh and Greg and everybody at HHP in person. I've talked to them many times on the phone. I've done my research. I know people who've used them who are close personal friends of mine. Again, anecdotal. But so until we get this installed, until I show you guys on a weekly video log, a weekly update to show you that it can be done, a lot of people aren't going to believe it. And that's my goal. Dispel some rumors and myths. Add some revenue so I can give back more to you guys and girls. And hopefully inspire other people who, you know, for whatever reason, don't want to sell their Jeep, or just bought a Jeep and money-wise they don't have the capital to trade it in or sell it and go with the Trackhawk and want more power. Show you an affordable way to do it. And also promote Procharger. I've been a fan of them forever. Plus, being around a lot of my friends who are Procharged, they just seem like a really, really classy organization, and I definitely wouldn't mind throwing that name on my vehicle. I have a lot of people who have helped me with this build. Joe, #1 at Custom Coatings. We have Nick over at Auto Obsessions Detailing in Pennsauken. Evan and his brother over at Dunfab Motorsports in Pennsauken, New Jersey. We have Solace Racing Group down in Florida, who was involved with my lowering springs and rims. Joe's a great guy, super great with his customer service. I recommend him. I don't want to forget anybody. HHP, who I'm going to be seeing here shortly. So that's the whys and what we're doing and what my goals are. There's currently a contest for a free East Coast Jeep SRT t-shirt over on our Facebook group, which there's a link down below in the description if you want to be a part of that. The closest person that comes to guessing what our horsepower number is going to be with our final pull and what we're going to run on this setup will win a t-shirt. Maybe I'll do 50 bucks. Maybe that'll entice some of you people over who aren't Jeep people, who have Challengers and Chargers, to come over and be a part of that. I'm already giving away too much by telling you what our goals are, between 575 and 600. So if there's a tie, whoever hits the torque number closest without going over, whoever's closest without going over, win a t-shirt. And I'll throw 50 bucks in. How's that? 50 bucks in to the closest person. Wednesday, it's Monday morning. I come back to pick it up and actually film the dyno pulls and the final tuning on Wednesday, and that'll be part 2. So this is part 1. Sorry I went on and on, but I felt that compelled to tell you guys the reasons why I'm doing this and my goals. And if I blow up my engine, I blow up my engine. I'm the only one that has to pay for it. So you can tell me I told you so if I do it. But if I can show you that it can be done, hopefully you have questions for me that I can answer. And if not, I'll always reach out to people who can get you the right information, because I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. The other day, there's a perfect example. A guy, we were talking about the Durango SRT versus the Jeep SRT, and he said he would like the Durango SRT because it had a better towing capacity. I was ignorant to the fact that it did have a higher towing capacity. I was just like, no, it's the same. And then he pointed me in the right direction. I said, you know what? I stand corrected. I can always admit when I'm wrong and my faults, which a lot of people don't do in the car world. They don't want to ever admit that they were wrong at something. So I can't apologize for my voice. Allergies freaking suck. So that's it. This is day 1. We're going to be pulling up at HHP in a minute. I'll show you the shop and continue on from there.